Okay, I want to touch a little bit more on Dead Rising. I want to showcase what I actually mean when I said in my previous video that the problem with this remaster, at least for me of course, why the characters look ugly in my opinion. Because from what I understand, they are using overall the same models as the original game. At least it's very clear if you look at the side-by-side comparisons, like this one for example. The models are the same. The problem is that the new engine makes everything look hyper realistic, and of course changes the textures and the lighting and so on. And when you have a game like this one that is wacky, colorful, it's not supposed to be like realistic, you know? When you have a game like this that's super colorful, like the original Dead Rising, and then you apply a realistic art style to it, everything looks out of place in my opinion, at least to me. Because look at the difference in faces. Yes, it's more detailed, it's more realistic, but it just looks wrong in a game this colorful, where the characters make Street Fighter, where Frank makes Street Fighter moves and all that stuff. The stylized look, simpler and stylized look of the original game just looks more natural in this type of context, which is the same reason why I think Devil May Cry as well doesn't look really well in the RE engine, which is apparently means reach for the star engine, as someone in my comment section said, instead of Resident Evil engine. But yeah, in Devil May Cry as well, you have a game that's all about crazy stuff, colorful, fantastic, and the characters performing all these crazy moves, and then you apply a super realistic art style to the faces. Like you can see the wrinkles, the nasolabial voids and all that stuff. It just, I don't know, it takes me out of the experience. It takes me out of the experience when I see an hyper-realistic art style applied to games that are supposed to be colorful, wacky, almost cartoony-like in some aspects. That's my whole point I was trying to make. And I think, like I said, it makes the characters look uglier in this sense. And yeah, this is the change they made to the butcher, which honestly, I don't know. This guy, the new guy, doesn't even look like a butcher. Honestly, he has no blood on his face, on his on his dress as well. I don't think I saw any blood on him in the trailer. I like, if you look at him, he seems more like a tracker than a butcher, but whatever. And also the censorship. I was saying the censorship. Jesse's cleavage was not censored from what I've seen. It's just the different textures and lighting that makes it look smaller, but I don't think it's smaller. But this is clearly censorship. This is Cheryl, one of the survivors. If I remember correctly, she was supposed to be a stripper. And yeah, this is her cleavage in the original, and this is her dress in the remake. There is no cleavage. That's what I mean. They're censoring cleavages. Why would you censor a stripper's clothes? Why? I mean, we know why, but that's what I mean. And yeah, this is like I said, this is the original self in the remake. I think you can see the difference and why I said they're censoring cleavages. Also, another thing that someone else made me notice, I mean, more like reminded me, because I did notice myself, but I didn't point it out in my previous video, is that how the camera just looks too close. Because if you look at the footage, for example here, look how close is the camera. In a game with so many enemies on screen, why? Why would you do this, honestly? Why will you push the camera so far close up Frank's ass? It doesn't make any sense. So this could actually be very detrimental to the gameplay. Like, why is the camera this close? It doesn't make sense. I don't know. And yeah, I also think the lighting, the super realistic lighting, detracts from the experience. I think in some cases could actually make readability, the readability of the environment worse. Like, it could make actually harder to look, to find weapons, to look for weapons and such. Because the same reason as in Resident Evil remakes, they had to put yellow paint in them, because the environment looks very samey. The lighting, it doesn't help either. So they had to make the objects stand out so that people can find them. They should, like I said, they should have tackled that in a different way. But in Dead Rising, I don't think it really fits. The super realistic art style, I don't think it really fits. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Of course, it's not all bad, but if they're gonna like make a new release of the game, they should fix the problems, all the problems, not fix just a few problems and make others worse, like the camera or the lighting making everything easier, actually, sorry, harder to read. Yeah, look at this guy. Where is the blood? I don't know. But yeah, this is just it. I wanted to explain a little bit more what I meant in my previous video. Well, I still know some people will just say I'm wrong, whatever. I don't give a shit, honestly. This is what I think. This is what I think. They are clearly making some things look worse. And like, what's the point at this point if you're not gonna make everything better in this release? But I don't know. When the game comes out, I'll see how it is. If it's actually quite of an improvement over the original, I will buy it at launch. But I don't know. I have my doubts. But we'll see. I'll try to keep my mind open. And yeah. Also, thanks to all the new subs who have subbed in the last few months, and people who are still following me from the beginning, if there are any. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate your likes, your support and everything, and your comments. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video, and as usual, let me know what you think. Bye bye.